Hello, 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 hello. I don't actually think for some reason my stream went offline. I started, I came back, and it was offline. And I don't know why. There is no title for tonight's stream? Yes, it is tonight's stream. I feel off centre. Hey, there's Chris Jones. Hello, Chris Jones. How are you this evening? Music's high. How's that? Is that any better? So, there has been some changes. What is he streaming tonight? Or you just talked about what we were doing last night? Okay. There you go. Turn it down a little bit more. He just summoned us on Discord, did he? Oh, I missed that. Let's get this over here. Cool. Good. Perfect. I'm a little out of sorts. I've got nothing really planned for tonight's stream. We had some fun. We did last night, that's for sure. Yeah, not doing a stream last week is throwing me off this week completely. Absolutely completely. So apologies for not making it last week. It was unavoidable. I had a party to go to, which I couldn't really say no to, as it was family and all that. So yeah, I have made some changes to the vector bot commands. We now have yes, I agree, Chris. Twitch whispers are a bit rubbish if you're not expecting one. Absolutely. I don't think you get any notifications for it at all. Can't even see my whispers. Where's my whispers gone? Yeah, so I've got the show and tell camera in the bottom left hand corner, and I also have Vector's cam in the lower left hand corner as well. Ah, right, okay. Oh, are you guys, I'm just looking at Discord now, are you guys testing the Safari side stuff? Yeah. We were, absolutely. There were UI updates and everything. Oh my word! Has he been working on it hard? Has he? I won't put it on my stream. He didn't want to give out the link, did he? That would be a bad idea. Bad idea. Yeah, so as you probably realised last night, Chris, I changed the vector commands to fix a bug. It wasn't seeing the space, so my quick hacky fix was to put a dash in. So now we have vector-joke and vector-say. I wasn't sure whether it should just be v say and v joke or v whatever for shortness. Oh, is he crashed again? He did this last night, he crashed. He's sitting there looking like he's on. LOL. Yeah, he's crashed again. Don't know why he's doing this. Here you go. Now we send the vector-joke over to him. He should do something interesting. Ooh. There you go, he does work. Yay! He does work, after all. Oh, is he looking at me? He is looking at me. Hello, Vector. So we have a Vector onboard cam view on the stream too. Yes! So, because he drives away from the show and tell cam, doesn't he? So I thought that would be a good addition to have. Not the best stream, but it's something to look at, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to work on. I'm really out of sorts. Do we work on something new? And if so, what? Do we work on the vector bot? I think... nice mug indeed. Do you mean my face or the cup? I think it was Robert Tables who said he's been streaming for 6 months, and it made me realise that I've been streaming for 6 months all of a sudden. Every single Saturday initially, some Wednesdays. I'll let you decide what to... Oh, okay, on the mug. And other than missing the one stream last week, I've done every stream either on a Friday or a Saturday. I think I started off on Saturdays, then moved it to Friday, with a few Wednesdays or midweek ones in thrown in for good measure. And it made me realise that the Magic Mirror project that we started off with, that went on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, I never actually finished. In fact, the Magic Mirror came up to the office from the back room. And if you look at the vector cam, oh no, it's gone off it now. It's sitting over there in the corner. So I have that as an unfinished project. We have the FTP DevOps as an unfinished project. So we have all these unfinished projects. And everybody else is doing such great things. And here's poor little old me who can't think of anything to do. Really, really bad. No imagination. That was quick. I did work on Mike Jolly's PowerShell script in the week. I think I fixed. He was using a old way of getting processors, which only work with PowerShell 5. So I did a PR on that. So it'll be interesting to see whether he accepts it or not. Oh, I put some stuff in for the module when he makes it a module, some help stuff. But this was the old way. Yeah, this was the old way of doing it. And I just updated it to use get process name. To kill it. So, yeah. That's what I did in the week. Yeah, I'm struggling here. Big time. Can't see, it's a bit small. Oh, it's okay. It wasn't that impressive, really. There you go. So when you ran this on the left in PowerShell core, it complained about this not being a valid, this get WMI object being valid. So I swapped it out for get process. I did it, and then I looked at the comments, and somebody else did it, as well, or not did it, sorry, suggested this as well, because this seems to work everywhere according to documentation and whatnot. So we shall see. And in other news, I can run the new command line on my desktop now. Copy and paste doesn't seem to work in it at the moment. So, also, I'll put a container in there, don't I? J5bot and vector rest are both running as containers on my PC now. Just so they're always available. And in theory, I shouldn't have to remember to start them, but I still do. Oh, Vector's gone to sleep. He's gone and took himself to his base and gone to sleep. If I... Interesting that the camera's still on. If I do that... He's gone to sleep. So yeah, so across the streams, I've noticed that people are commenting that everyone's working on the bots, like everyone's getting a bit fed up with people. Oh, you made him do something, Chris. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but he did do it. He's got a wide angle lens there. Yeah. So, any ideas what we can play with? Or was that really bad asking the stream? Could try doing the controlling drive and vector from chat. I have no idea where to start though. Here's Simon. Evening, Simon. Thank you for joining. You've joined me on an evening stream when I'm not too sure what to do. Is that still part of the plan? Can be. I don't really mind. I think the only way we get that working is using something like SIGLR, I guess, to send the commands. Because you're going to have some kind of receiver, because something's going to have to receive the commands from chat and then send it on to Vector locally here. I would have thought, to make that work. But I was also thinking of maybe getting away from chatbot things. I don't know. Next two of us spent the last 2 hours trying to figure out WPF development on .NET Core 3 preview and model view, model light, and not having a Scooby-Doo what I'm doing. Simon, you give me an idea. Shall I play with .NET Core 3? So, is WPF the Windows Forms replacement? Because back in the day, it used to be Windows Form, and then WPF came along, which was the replacement for Windows Form. As far as I understand it, it was sort of the old GDI rendering technology from VB6 days, and then that's you most days. Yeah, it's the same nowadays. Core 3 supports both, but there's only a designer for WP at the moment. Oh, I didn't even think there was any designer at all. Is this in Visual Studio 2019? Needs preview Visual Studio. Oh, I think I took that off. Did I take that off? I think I took that off. Let's find out. I did. But I can also install it. ASP, desktop development. There will be a WinForms designer for Core 3, they just haven't finished building it. So, do we think that the thinking is... Should I change this to just chatting, do you think? Because that's what I'm doing at the moment. I was about to ask, can you create new progresses yet? Or can you still have to port an old one over? Why was that the only way to do it, Chris? Oh. I have just thought of one thing I wanted to write. You can create new Windows Forms onto, but without the design, there's not much point. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of hard work doing it manually, isn't it? Even a XAML designer too. Do you think that's just been ported over though from what they had previously and tweaked, or is it a complete rewrite? Simon coming in here with the inspiration for the stream. No idea. Fair enough. So, is there any information out there on this .NET Core 3 preview? Oh. Wow, this looks very old school. This looks very VB6 days. You're making it up as you go along. I've done desktop dev for 15 years. Fair enough. Improving .NET Core. Tiered compilation. Hang on a minute. What am I reading? chart control. Is that the traditional old chart control from the Microsoft chart control? I think it is. Lol. That's amazing. So if you watch the, I don't know if anyone's bothered, but you watch the Apple announcement, they had Swift on there, and they showed a visual designer for Swift. And when I was watching it, I was just thought it just looked like VB from back in the day. Well, I'm going to say I'm really impressed how quickly Visual Studio Enterprise Preview installed. You did. You buying the £5,000 monitor with a £1,000 stand. You need a new car. Oh no. I've just got a new car, the new Ford Focus, and it's got lane detection in it, or what do you want to call it, and it nudges you if you drift towards the white lines. It nudges you back over, which is certainly interesting. An insight to self-driving cars. I'm going to use the right one. What's this? Where's my dark mode? My license has gone stale and must be updated. Fantastic. I have a stale license. Oh, I don't know what this password is. Okay, I shall go and get that. But before I do that, I need this password. Copy password. Oh, is that the right one? It should be. Doesn't look right to me. Let's try this again. And now, good old two-factor authentication is going to kick it. So, are you happy now? Yes, you're happy now. Fantastic. I presume it will now download. There you go, it's gone dark. After your little accident in February, did you have an accident in February, did you? Did I miss this? I finally nicknamed it. It's a blue Focus now with a passenger door and a wing which is silver. In a delirious tired state driving back from Birmingham, it hit me. The car is now named. You've got to get Vector to announce the name. It's the only way to go. Chris, you're keeping me in suspense here. Preview SDK2. Download things. Ooh. Welcome to the stream of watching Rambling Geek install software. Need a count like a do 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 do. We are waiting for your software to install. Please stand by. Let's close this. So, what we could try and do with this, for fits and giggles, is on Twitch when you don't update your tags for your stream. They reset every so often. I think it's every 3 days or something. So we could write like a little interface and get that to update, maybe? I don't know. Or we could just mess around with it. Visual Studio 2019. Slide in the middle there. Dink. Framework. So how do we get started with the Windows Phone stuff? Is the question right now. Let's hope not. Oh wow, so I can do .NET new win forms. Oh, where did I run it? Rip. Adds templates. Interesting. Yeah, ran that in the wrong place completely. Oh, that's annoying. Let's go tidy that up, because otherwise I'll forget. Let's delete that. Beginning today's date on. That doesn't matter. Boom. Should we just try and actually do it logically? Right, okay, so I can do it in there, isn't it? With you. It wasn't showing in the first dialog. So if I cancel that and do file new project. WPF. Ah. So I presume it's this one, isn't it? Need to change that default. You have to install templates if they are not there. Oh, that's super small. So there's that one. Loading designer. Oh, hello. Where's all our tools? Initializing. Okay. Ah. No worry, Chris. That's fine. No worries. You just left us hanging, didn't you?
Number 5 is alive.
Oh. I forgot it. It does that on a successful build. Wow, that's really small. Why is... Your car is now named. Oh, look at that. This is a caption. Hello world. So, okay, so the first question is, I'm on a 4K monitor, so how do I tell this to scale? Presumably I can tell it to scale because it's WPF. Is there some kind of properties for it? Appearance. 100%. Layout. Auto. El Silvador. Lol. Hello, Michael Jolly. Thank you for the lurk. With auto. Automation. Transformation. Miscellaneous. Zup. What's up, MJ? Is that what we call him now? We call Michael Jolly MJ. Is that his nickname? Just MJ. Oh, look at this. Now, I did quite a lot with Windows Forms, but I've done next to nothing with Windows Presentation.
Number 5 is alive.
So I want to know how I scale this. Unofficial. Yeah, you might not like MJ. Cache mode, override, show active, template, Windows state normal, topmost, size to content, showing task, size to content. That's just gonna work. Do you have whoa for failure? I do not know. But that is a good idea. If you do not want to do the MVPVM thing, then you can treat it like Windows Forms. And IJW. I don't know what IJW is. IJW. Well, if you wanted to treat it like Windows Forms and just do a quick RAD, it just works. Fair enough. My instinct is, how do I get this to respect the DPI and stuff? If I just want to throw something together quickly. Do we have properties? This is just all... It's going to be in here, isn't it? It's not going to be in there. Can you guys hear that from over there? You can't make it that hard, surely. Maybe a vector mic is needed. Won't you get feedback off me though? Talking. You got me thinking now. What could I do? I could do this, Chris. Bear with me a second so we can get vector mic going. Squirrel! Oh. You guessed in vector is a he. He's a he as far as I'm concerned. And turning the mic on and off when he speaks. That's a whole other level of... Well, it wouldn't be that hard actually. Recording. Ooh, I don't know which one it is. How am I going to tell? I don't know. I guess it's that one. So if I do that, and audio. This might not work without, because I'm streaming at the same time. And if I go down to, whoops, didn't mean to change the scene, but I did. Let's go to that one. All happening right now. Been totally been scrolled by Chris here. Oh, it's come up.
Oh yes, yes it is. It's the reflection of the back of the PC. Okay. Ouch. Did you hear that? That's loud.
Okay, get him to tell a joke. I have no idea what this sounds like, by the way. Is it really bad?
intelligent pilots collaborate before computers. Peer-to-peer networking.
A bit crackly. It is the webcam mic, so. Well, I've muted that mic for now. Off-screen behavior. I wonder if it's as well due to both mics coming through on the same line. Input, whatever it's called. Possibly. Quite possibly. There's that. That's right. Is this going to be so new there's not going to be any info about it? .NET Core, WPF, DPI, support. Whew, I was cold, so I put the heating on, and now I'm so hot I feel a bit sick. Come on, yeah, let's turn the heat off. The heating is already off. Ooh, pair monitor DPI. Samples. Ooh. Simon's gone away Googling finding it. Turn it down. Is that meant to be no worries? Or is that meant to be what's saying? In the app, running fast. And here's me thinking it'll be a little tick box. Let's see what happens. Fair enough. Application. Is this not the application manifest file though? I believe it is. So we have application. And then I can pinch this, and do this, and do this, and do this. Doesn't like Windows settings. Shall I actually read what it says? Because it actually says WPF apps on system DPI are whereby do not need to declare themselves to be permanently aware by an app manifest. Or is this not for .NET 4.62? Yes, I am. Is that the wrong file? Because that what Simon found looks to be for. It looks to be for .NET 4.62. Yeah. But what made me Windows Anniversary, which will way past, and I know it says on higher, and for .NET, it doesn't say .NET Core or .NET Core 3, and this is per monitor, and also I would expected it to be aware by default, but when I run this,
Number 5 is alive.
I would say that does not look DPI aware. Because it's so tiny. That makes sense. It might be imported across. Yeah. I think I'm being more hopeful that it was better. There's a setting, but I will try it. New item. Choose application manifest. General. So where do we put this? Just at the bottom? You saw it. You saw what? Oh, here. Windows settings. True, DP, yes. Your comments, you saw it, maybe scroll back up. Yeah, I have done it. There's obviously a stream delay.
Number 5 is alive.
Does that look different? Or is that me?
Number 5
Okay, that's gonna get out.
is alive.
Indicates that application is DP aware and will not be automatically scaled by the window at higher DPIs. Windows presentation applications are automatically DPI aware and do not need to opt in. Windows Forms application targeting .NET 4.6 that opt into the setting should also set the enable forms high DPI auto setting to true in their app.config. Yeah, are you referring to this sign? This one. How did I get this one to do? I did the right click and add as per instructions on per Microsoft link. No, on the project properties build tab. Oh, application. Disable where it says invalid language. Ah, okay, weird. Are you seeing something different to me? Is it because I've created one manually? It's detected it and took it out? Or I am. So to me, this is telling us we don't need to do this. And we only need to do it if we were targeting .NET Framework 4.6 and we wanted that to respect DPI awareness. You might need to use preview features turned in or on. Don't ask me where that is. Where's that, Chris? Where's that? The way I'm reading this, we don't need it. Oh, I don't know. We don't know. Should we keep it pretty? Pretty-ish. I don't know, maybe it is scaled correctly, I don't know. Oh, look at that update live. Oh, we have a slider. What about Windows key? Dot? Oh. Yeah, you won't have this, will you? Oh, weird. Oh. That doesn't drag very well. I think I found the bug in 1903. So wire this up to an event. Oh. Touch lead, touch enter, touch move. Value change. Oh, I'm into it too. Oh wow, that label's huge. By default, it does the whole window. Yeah. Too many windows. What do we think this is going to do? Tools, options, environment. PVVs. PVVs. Looks the same, Chris. If you can see that. I guess so. So back in the day, this used to be something like label.caption. Or is it here? Must be. Let's find it. Content. Huh? What's this word? Oh, is it under comment? Yeah, try text before, and that wasn't there. Just text import. Wow. Content property. Name. Default. Add owner. Get type. Is valid. That's the name of it though, isn't it? Or was it just... Nope. Okay. Apparently content is the way. Oh. There you go. That's what I was doing wrong. So label was a keyword, wasn't it, in code? It needs to give its own name. Or not. Let's not ignore that a sec.
Number 5 is alive.
So yeah, other than WPF differences, this is looking just like good old Windows Forms. Shock horror. Although that looks like the scaling's gone really small again. So maybe we do need this on after all. Impressive. No, it's this one. The scaling's gone wacky. Whoa, just close that window. Oh, wow. There you go. Okay. This is so similar to VB back in the day. What did I do wrong there? Ah. Good evening, Coated Beard. Why? You're in up. Why is it break mode? I'm just playing around with .NET Core 3 Windows Form/WPF. As Simon Gator gave me the idea, I was stuck for something to do this evening, so I thought we'll play around with this. Oh. This is going to be like full, isn't it?
my cocks bring the bots to the yard, and they are like, it's better than yours.
Chris amused himself there. Whoa. Am I just doing really random old school stuff? I'm just playing around to see how it works. There you go. I got there in the end. I told you, 50-50. Heck. I have commissioned a new emote, Olthekla, which should be ready on Sunday, I believe. So hopefully that'll look good. You weren't tempted with Blazer then? Sure, I'm tempted with anything. I don't know anything about anything, but I'm happy to play around with it, all of it. I mean, are we going to get to the point where we can do this and then just submit this as a Blazor app and it just appears on a web page? Or is that... I need to think of a project to work on stream. Something that's got legs, shall we say. I fancy doing something with RF tags. Where my boy goes for after school club, it's a pen and paper system. And every time I go there, of course, yeah. Didn't even consider that. But I mean, Zamel's not a million miles away, is it? Ooh, what's this? Basic model view example using WPF. Age 30. Yeah. Have you built that? The idea is you have a class with properties, methods, and events, but then it's disconnected with the XAML on the window so it can be unit tested. Of course, everything's unit tested. Looks like there are XAML to HTML converters, so it might get close, I guess. Oh well, there you go. You live and learn, hey? Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, it's a pen and paper system. So I have this idea of a Raspberry Pi sitting there with an RF reader on it, and then when you drop the kid off or you pick the kid up, you can have an RF tag and you just tap it, and then that would do some visual indication on a screen or whatever. It's a model that represents the UI. Yeah, I have looked at this in Webland, shall we say, or ASP.NET, but I've not done it heavily. Done more MVC. Well, I think that's out of vogue now, isn't it? No one likes MVC anymore. Yeah, so having a tag, and then that could timestamp the time the child's dropped off and the time the child's picked up. It's full of issues with GDPR. Yeah, you would need a screen for the Pi, yeah. But there, you could even do a touch one, couldn't you? There you go. We're on the same wavelength. So why it's full of issues with GDPR? As a little something to build. It'll be fun to build. And of course, the GDPR issue is theirs, really. And we could have a button to forget me or something and delete it from the database. I've got a touch it works well. Have you got the official Raspberry Pi touchscreen? This one. This is the one I was thinking of. So you could have that, the Pi on the back of it. You can put it in its own case. Some kind of a, yeah, that one. And then of course, billing could be more accurate as well. So I think they charge something like £4.50 an hour. Would also be a good idea to have a mandatory link to the consent form authorising the data to be held. Yeah. Where would you see that link being? Trying to, because you could have it. You could have it. I mean, what do you do if the parents refused? Because you've got data on the child, you've got data on the adult or adults. Because it could be grandparents, friends, aunties, uncles, mum and dad, all picking the grandma, granddad, all picking up the child. So you've got a bunch of data there. We also have a password, so that would need to be kept in there. As a project, it's a really fascinating thing to build out. Whether they'll be able to use it for legal reasons is another matter. I.e. create an attendee record in the first place, you would have to give it scan form or have them sign the screen. Yeah, okay, yeah. Signing the screen would be cool, wouldn't it? Coded Beard, would you be able to sign the screen on one of those, on the touch screen? Would it work? Is it capable? Yeah, it's Windows only, yeah. You missed the premise of what was being discussed. So I was thinking about a project. This week I've been trying to think of a project for the stream all week. And where I take Ethan, which is next to school, but I drop him off and pick him up after school club. Yeah, wrong type of, yeah. And we were discussing the idea of, at the moment it's a form and you basically tick a time that you drop him off, and that's how, and you sign your name to say you've dropped him off. And they use that for billing and to say that, you know, he's been dropped off and all that. So I was thinking if you could automate that system a bit, so the parent could have a RF tag, so when they come, they could tap it on the screen or what, and that would log the child in, same as the tick, effectively. And then when you pick them up, you do it again, and that would log the child out. Maybe a cheap netbook and a USB RF tag reader. Yeah, or I mean, you could even do it in a web. If you want to do it on a Raspberry Pi and we want to use .NET Core, you could still do it on a ASP.core, couldn't we? Could we not? As a MVC app or something, or whatever, or some kind of web app. Do they have? There we go. It's Wi-Fi. How would you do RF and Web UI? I have no idea, but it must be possible, surely. Maybe you can have a, if you can't have something reading, Because essentially all the RF is it not just a code? Like a serial number or a... So if you get something reading that, even if it's a helper app in .NET Core, as long as you can return that back, and then it could look up in the database and find the user. We have one at our reception desk at work. Okay. Oh, host a UI and MVC and have a console app also on the Pi to have... Yeah. I wasn't thinking Signal are necessary, but some kind of communication. I mean, there's very little information about that. What's it do? For projects where you want to read or use RF tags or cards. Oh, you could use the credit card type, couldn't you? Which would be better. You know, what's Chris found? I mean, maybe it's just interesting just to do some reading of RF tags. Serial communication with .NET Core 3 on Raspberry Pi Linux. Use QR codes. Yeah, that would be dead easy to do. What, on a webcam to read it on the Pi? That'd be interesting to do, wouldn't it? Actually reading a QR code with a webcam. That can't be hard to do, surely. And it's much cheaper. So we could build this into an app, couldn't you, and have it output, you know, a GUID or something. Really? Wow, that doesn't work in PowerShell Core. There you go. So you could have a GUID in there. Yes, Simon. You absolutely. And then you could just make the whole thing as a phone app. Oh. Make the whole thing as a phone app. I'm gonna sneeze. Make the whole. Should we build this? This is something we could build. Yeah, let's build this. Make the whole thing as a phone app. I'm trying to think of the workflow for that. Flutter? Flutter? I know nothing about Flutter. How would that work as a phone app? So, parent goes... They scan a check-in QR code. So it's gonna have a back-end database, isn't it? Because the staff in the childcare centre are gonna need to know that the child's been checked in and checked out. I'm silently sitting here now, planning the workflow in my head, or trying to. So you walk up to your phone, just a file on Dropbox. What? Don't put it in a database. If it's just one user, it's a lot easier. Well, it won't be one user, will it? You've got multiple people picking and dropping the child off. The staff are going to only have to see logs of the child being collected and dropping off. I mean, reading a QR code. Would be interesting. Yeah, but the clients just need their ID card. With the, yes. So would you generate an individual QR code for child/adult to identify the adult? So then the staff can then identify which person picked up the child. The staff guy on the reception just uses the client's apps, the code like your Tesco checkout. You walk in there with a QR code, you zap it, but is that QR code daddy's QR code, mummy's QR code, grandparents' QR code? Or have an ID card for the kid and a number of ID cards for the guardians allowed to pick it? Yeah, that'll be the simplest solution, because I was just thinking that's going to get, from a management admin, having lots is going to get out of hand really quickly. Then know by that actor's taking the kids away. Yeah, so it's a one-to-many relationship, isn't it? The kid's the one, and then everyone around the kid, all the adults looking after the kid, is the many. So that relationship is a one-to-many relationship. So that would work. So would we have a database of all the children? Just thinking it would be useful to know which adult has collected the child. Although you don't know that now. Other than being told. Oh no, you do know that now, don't you? Because you sign. So the adult signs the child in and out. So that could be a requirement. Interesting. Open TV barcode and kiosk guide. What's this? He's using the... I've got one of those. Raspberry Pi, QR, reading QR codes, Raspberry Pi, .NET. Cool. Co-project. .NET standard. Slightly screwed up myself there, but there you go. I imagine on the Pi doing all this in Python would be easy because it's a Raspberry Pi and everything's in Python. To create QR codes. .NET Core. Reading. I want a way to read a barcode, a QR code. No, I got that. Cool. Lots of generators, not very many levers. C# read QR code. Why is it so small? Why is it so small? C#. I'm assuming none of this is .NET Core. Nope, nope, no. This looks ancient. Holy moly, Windows Mobile. 2007. There's no .NET Core QR code readers. Really? Oh, that's annoying. Generate QR code using QR code. Is that it? Looks pretty old. Did everybody go away, or has everyone just been quiet? Or was the stream broke? Because I can't see any users in chat. I'm all on my own.
Malfunction.
Chat's died, doesn't it? Yes. I've just realised. Coded Beard, thanks for the heads up, but yes. Question is how to fix the chat. Are Twitch having issues? No. You've been muttering away to yourself. I went quiet because no one was chatting, and then I thought, it really is quiet. How can we fix this? I don't know. I've refreshed. Hello? No, it's definitely not working. How about I go on a break, get a tea, stop the stream, start the stream. I don't know what else to do. Well, howdy there, folks. We have a problem. The chat does not want to work. This is weird. Okay, I've just logged out of Twitch and logged back in. Stream elements. But it's even Twitch itself, isn't it, not working? Ugh, excuse me. Okay. This is weird. Right, I'm gonna... Is it working on other streamers? Or is it just me? Oh, this is fun. We're gonna try now. Okay. So it looks like Twitch is having some issues. My secure
Miss Secure Gift is now following.
Oh, this. Hang on a second. Thank you for the follow. We have lost chat, so we're trying to figure out what's going on. Coded Beard, what was that? Oh, you're trying in James's channel. Shall I go there as well, just for fits and giggles? He's found a tweet from someone. Yeah, I found this tweet. causing the site not to load. Yeah. Definitely not working on his either. It does suck, doesn't it, Coda Beard? This is really random. So an opposite having a bad day, definitely. Well, we are communicating through Twitch, so that's something. Not through Twitch, sorry, through Discord. Oh boy. Looks like the UK has gone down. Because I found this tweet saying we're looking at the issues causing the site not to load. Nothing about chat though. PS4, that was 19 hours ago. Wow, why did that just completely log me out? Sure. Log me back in, why don't you? Well, this is certainly strange. I don't know what to do. We were only researching an idea for a project. Do we carry on? Do we stop? Oh no. Carry on. Carry on. Sure. Let's carry on. Let's just like some other... give a shout out to Robert Tables and Mike Jolly. Why not? Very strange. Is it not a Twitch stats page? Status? That's what I'm thinking of. I think I'm just doing what James has just done. Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to try and write some code to read a QR code. That's what I wanted to do. So do we think this childcare checking in is a good idea or as a little project idea? It's a very strange. I'm just looking at the tweets here from Chris and everyone. James is now tweeting his Twitch putty. Oh, nice. You can't buy bits either. Ah, right, okay. So some kind of major outage. Well, this is it's all good fun, isn't it? Never a dull moment on the streaming. Cody Beard is about to say something. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? The QR code standard hasn't changed. Right, okay. I don't disbelieve you. I have a question though. This one doesn't support wireless connectivity, and I did one the other day for the house for when people come round. Rather than give them a code, I did a QR code, and you can just scan with the phone, and it puts the password in for the SSID. I'm not going to find it though, am I? Let's have a look and see if I can find it. Excuse me. QR. I know I'm doing this off stream because there you go. This is the one. So this is the one I used the other day for the house. I just googled it and just found it. So this one supports Wi-Fi, whereas the one we found tonight doesn't. So how does that work? Presumably there's some updates to what a QR can't contain. Although, what's he say? Everyone wants to create a cool QR code for your guests, but no one wants to type the Wi-Fi credentials into a form that submits to remote web servers. QR code for reader, insight, other ever QR. There's lots of samples out there for generating them, but not many for reading them. Reading QR codes. Code. We need an open source library, don't we? QR code reader open source. I suspect it's just extensions to the reader rather than QR code itself. It could always contain that info, but you need an app that can actually do the right thing. Yes, that makes sense actually, doesn't it? Scanner there. What's this? Is this free? What is this? No, it's not free. There's a trial license down there. Goodbye. Exactly, yeah. When there's no price, it's definitely expensive. Well, this looks like C. I want to code my own reader. That's where the fun is. Let's put Raspberry Pi in because for some reason I feel like we're going to have more luck. Is this the only one that's... Come back to this again. This really old website. OpenCV. Yeah, so what we could have is the QR code generated, and then that could be submitted to a REST API to look up the record with a timestamp in the API call, or something along those lines. Do I want to do it in Python, this Z-bar thing? Today's blog post reading question. Short answers no. OpenCV does have any public information I can use. However, what OpenCV does was the process of reading barcodes and QR codes, including loading images from disk, grabbing a new frame from video stream, processing code. Oh, Chris has found something. Chris, have you found? Is this open source? ASP.NET Core. I don't understand what that's playing.
Update the site and say to the developers, I see dead people.
I can now, Mike Jolly. It looks like it's just come back. Coda B can see it. Vector Joke did its Vector Joke. Yay! Chat's working again. Woohoo! Woohoo! James got a text. Did James fix it via his mate? Does James have the inside track? Do we know what the text said?
It's alive.
It's alive. Hey, Simon's still here. Yay! It's alive again. Right, okay. Good job you found that out. I'm starting to get the idea of extracting our QR live resumes. Good job you found that. I was starting to get the idea of extracting our QR code libraries, open source and everything. Lol. What's happening on Twitter? Twitter's just lit up a little bit. Yay! That was fun. You hadn't fully read it. Yeah. I'm surprised how little there is on reading. Was that just me? I thought there would have been, like, you know, Google QR code read.net core. Bang. Done. Hey, Agent Coda! You've been lurking while chat wasn't working. Fair enough. Welcome to the chat. Point your phone camera at it. Yes, I can. Which one? This one? You'll be able to see it then. It's asking me to call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's probably gone off now, isn't it? No, it's still there. So yeah, there you go. Too many things going on all of a sudden now. Okay. We're not making much progress with this, are we? It would be good to write something in a web page that can. The library appears to support Blazor. That must be a number QR code then. If you do it with one which has a web address, it asks you to open the browser. Yes, yes, absolutely. Coda Beard, do you want me to do Blazor, do you? I know nothing about Blazor. I haven't even looked at it, read about it. I've heard about it. Get started. Lol, I've just been doing my first series of fixes over the past few days. Compared to 20-year-old WinForms app. Server-side Blazor. And you decided to convert it into Blazor, which is brand new. And the best thing is I haven't written a single line. There you go. I put Vector underneath the mic, so you should hear him a little bit better now. Getting started. What's this doing? Install the latest Visual Studio Preview. Done. Install the latest for the marketplace. Have not done. Why am I going down this road? I feel like I'm being led astray. Scratch, Agent Coda. We're talking about building an application to check children in and out of so hang on a second, let me close, where is it? That bad boy now. Yeah, we talked about building applications to check children in and out of daycare, all inspired by my son's daycare, or after school club, or whatever you want to call it. And it starts off with RF tags, and then we veered into QR codes, and now we're veering into Blazor. You just had to install a Discord desktop. It didn't give you an option to where to install it. Is it built on Electron? But it's not so much nicer writing front-end code with the C# and the compiler instead of requiring a million JavaScript. Oh, I misread that. It's so much nicer writing front-end code with C# and compiler instead of requiring a million JS tools chained together. Yeah. What are you talking about, Chris? Are you talking about Electron? It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't. Oh, hello. It should ask you. Are you trying to say it should ask you for an install path rather than just installing? Because I thought it went into your app data folder on Windows. I have no idea what this is doing. This is taking longer than actually installing Visual Studio Preview. Put it in user folder. Hello. Blazor, eh? I've heard good things about it. It's Batman HD. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I've heard good things about it. I've never used it though. Like the majority of things on my stream, it's all me just winging it constantly with help from all the lovely people in stream. Okay, so what am I doing? Am I following this tutorial? Is this the plan? Factory, you mean way. I don't know, you need to install something to make Blazor work. Well, apparently, according to this guy, I need the Blazor extension. Yeah, I just followed the docs. Okay. I wish you could collapse this panel. Or does it? There we go. Kind of. Not ideal. Let's get out to that one. Close that. Oh, we got all the things open. I'm just going to call this Blazor for now. It's only 4K. What's only 4K? Discord client. Create a new project like ASP voice like next, provide project name, accept defaults. Okay. Yeah, so Blazor is basically a tool to build front end instead of JavaScript. Isn't it more than a front end? It's C# running inside the browser because it's compiled to WebAssembly. Is that right? That's how I think I understand it. Yeah, it's running on WASM, yeah. What does it tell me to do? Create a new web application. Cool. Ooh, we got all the things. C#. I don't really understand this. Yay! There you go. What the hell's Vector doing? Get off me belly! If you're doing this on client side, there is also a server side which still renders it all on the server and sends the results. Okay, I think I understand. Ah, Chris is upset about. Okay, I don't think it's going to give you that option because it's like the .NET apps, isn't it? The Windows .NET apps, it just sticks it in the folder, in the app data folder. I will see both options on the next screen. Okay. Gotta select the right one. Core application. Next. Cool. Provide a project name. Okay. Put it in there, whatever. What should we call it? What should we call it? My first Blazor. You guys. What's to say? Provide create namespace call application dialog to the next call. For a Blazor client-side experience, choose Blazor client-side template. For a Blazor server-side, choose Blazor template. Select create for information on the two hosting options, server and client. Which one do I want then? The principal hosting model for Blazor is running the client side. The web browser will represent the Blazor app dependencies and the .NET runtime are downloaded to the browser. The app is executed directly on the browser UI thread. UI updates and then handling and carrying within the same process. So it's not multi-threaded then. So you're going to get hangs in the UI if you're not careful, like you used to in WPF apps back in the day. With the server side, site hosting running the app is executed on the server for the app UI for data management jobs that calls all handled over a signal R connection. To create a Blazor app using this. Okay, Vector's just pushed my cup. Brett Miller IT, welcome to the stream. The most randomest, rambling stream ever. But hey ho, such is life. So do we have a preference on client or server, or don't we care? There's no pros or cons listed. Love Blazor Razor. I've done nothing with it. This is my first stab. You've been using client. Okay, we'll do client then. Enable Docker. Do I want Docker? I don't know. Oh, I see. There we go. Now I'm getting to it. All the UI logic sets is handled on the client side, like Vue, React, and the server just has APIs for the data. Yeah, I'm nowhere near skill level to utilise it, but I started a C# Hello World today after installing .NET Core SDK. Pretty much what I've been doing on tonight's stream. Brett Miller. Hey Vector, be quiet. Okay. Let's do the thing. Oh, hello.
It's Batman is now following.
Thank you very much for the following. It's Batman HD. My secure gift. What are we building? We're not really, excuse me, building anything. I'm just looking at Blazer. We've gone on a Mirandering tour tonight. We started off with not sure what to do, having a look at .NET Core 3 and web forms. Yeah, good luck if you're just getting into coding. You're a big PowerShell guy, aren't you? And we've meandered from that into an idea of trying to build out some kind of system. So the place that looks after my son after school, they have a piece of paper and a pen, and you tick the child in, and then you sign, and you go and collect him, and you tick the child out, and you sign, and you take the child, and you go. So I was thinking of some system where we could automate that. So we discussed RFID, and then we've gone on to QR codes. And then Coded B is trying to get me to use Blazor for the project. So yeah, rambling is very appropriate for this stream tonight. I hope that answers the question. Okay, so what do I do now? Just run it and browse to it. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Brett. Yeah. PowerShell is compile C. It can't be that hard. Absolutely.
Nice software.
In the browser navigator 5001. It hasn't gone to that. Oh, look at this. Oh, this looks a bit fancy pants. How do you handle... What is Blazor? Blazor is a new spin on an old idea, I guess. Help me out in the chat room if you think I'm answering this wrong. I'm going to give my best attempt at this. But Blazor is putting C# or allowing you to run C# in the browser. So you can just code away in C# and then have it run in the browser. That is sort of it in a nutshell. It's done using WebAssembly. So you don't have to use JavaScript, so you can use C# right through your app. That's my understanding of it anyway. Does anyone disagree with my explanation or want to expand on it? Here you go, agent code has come in. Blazor is a web UI framework based on C# Rails and HTML that runs in a browser via WebAssembly. Blazor was designed to simplify the task of building fast single-page applications that run in any browser. Brett Miller. Blazor is WebAssembly, which allows you to compile C# or TypeScript down and run it natively in the browser. Yeah, so we're all saying the same thing ultimately, I think. I think both of those explanations are better than mine. So what's this telling me? Let's get back to the home counter. On the counter page, select the click me button. Okay. Without refresh, which it's doing. It means you don't have to write JavaScript, but it runs in the same context sandbox, and the browser does not allow cross-site scripting. Agent Coder, you cheated. Okay, so what's this telling me? Incremental counter on a web page normally requires writing JavaScript, but razor component to provide a better approach using C#. So this is the razor. This is our button. This is the C# function. Let me know if you can't see what I'm highlighting. Absolutely. H encoder 1. H encoder has. Okay. Oh, that's the way it does the page. The request for counter in the browser specified in the page directive at the top causes the counter component to render its content. The components render into a in-memory representation of the render tree that can be used to update the UI in a flexible and efficient way. Each time the click button is selected, the on-click event is fired, the increment counter method is called, the current counter is incremented, the component is rendered again. Runtime compares the new content to the previous content and only applies the change content to the document object model. The component to another, add the component to another component using HTML syntax, for example, a counter component to be added to the app's homepage by adding a counter element to the index option. Run the app. Is this the kind of thing you want me to watch? You want to watch me do? Follow the tutorial. Oh, that's .razor. Funky. Only played with it a little bit this week, but I've spent a couple of evenings converting Windows apps to Blazor, and it's already more than useful in my opinion. Wow. Welcome to the new app. How is Blazor working for you? Survey prompt. And it wants me to just to put counter in. Run the app. The homepage is its own counter, provide the counter component. Oh, so Blazor's componentized as well. So does this become an object? Or is there a counter object? Certainly nicer than writing blue forms. Yeah, but I did a hello world. Oh, look at that. So that the whole counter is... Ooh, hang on, this is the whole page then, isn't it? That's that. Obviously they're independent. That's reset. So hang on a minute. If I go into here and put in here, this will appear everywhere. Everywhere? Yeah. So the view, so this is the whole thing. Oh. So could that be widgets? Yeah, that is demonstrating a simple reusable components which you can reference like any HTML element. Can't speak tonight. I think I'm getting a cold. Wah, wah, wah. Run the app. Component parameters are specified using attribute or child content, which allow you to set properties on the child component to add a parameter to the counter component to update the component function block. Okay, we can do this. Add a property for increment amount with the parameter attribute. Check the increment count method to use the increment amount when increasing the value of the current count. We're going to do a get and set on it. On a hash, just do a set peanut. See, this is where I get annoyed sometimes with
fatality.
oh, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Silly me. Where's the... Oh, you changed that to private int. Then I need to do parameter. Private int. And amount. Get set equals 1. Private void. Go back to my index page. And now I can pass in the increment amount, so it's going to count in tens. Run the app. This time I've got to use the razor by 1.
Fatality.
Oh. Okay. So that's counting in tens, and then this one's going to count in ones. Okay. Oh, I see. I was trying to work out where I got the 1 from, but it's a default value there, isn't it? So we've set that to default value. So by default, in the counter one, it counts as 1, and then when we're in here, we're passing in 10, which obviously changes the default to 10, and it counts in 10. I was a bit slow on the uptake then. My little brain got there in the end, though. Run the app. Yeah, we've done that. Build your first Blazor app. Haven't we just done that? You can pass parameters into it as well, which is what we've just done. This tutorial shows you how to build and modify a Blazor app. Follow the guidance in the Get Started article to create a Blazor project for this tutorial. Browse to each of the app's 3 pages in the Pages folder, Home, Counter and Fetch Data. These pages are implemented by Razor components files index.razor, counter.razor and fetchdata.razor. On the counter page, select the click me button to increment the counter without a page refresh. Incrementing the counter on the web page requires. Why are you repeating yourself? Examine the implementation. Yeah, well, this is about one. That's the old code, isn't it? The UI of the counter components is defined using HTML, dynamic rendering logic. For example, reads conditions expressions is added using a embedded C# syntax called Razor. The HTML markup and C# rendering logic are converted into component class at build time. The name of the generated .NET class matches the file name. Members of the component class are defined in a functions block. In the functions block, component state, property fields, and methods are specified for the event handling or for defining other component logic. These members are then used as part of the component's rendering logic and for the handling events. When the click me button is selected, the counter components registered on click handler is called the increment counter method. This does look, yeah, I was just thinking that. It's going over old ground, isn't it? Oh, dependency injections. Blows my mind. Root to components. The page directive on top of the counter.razor file specifies the counter component is a routing endpoint. The counter component handles requests sent to the counter. Without the page directive, the component doesn't handle router requests, but the component can still be used by other components. Services registered in the app service container are available to the components via dependency injection. Inject services into a component using the inject directive. Oh. This is stuff you need to set up at this stage. It's just how you get hold of HTTP client, but yeah, which would be interesting, wouldn't it? Because if I go down this route, which why not, for this little demonstration app, then I'm thinking I'm going to need some kind of web API to write back the logging in and logging out, if you will, of the child with date and timestamps. So I'm going to need to call some kind of web API. Would you agree? Where were we up to? Examine the directives of the fetch data component. You will need an API project. I will need an API project. So are we thinking just a normal web API? ASP.NET Core standard web API will do for this as the backend with some kind of SQL database on the end of it, MySQL or MS SQL or whatever, with examples. The sample data controller is already wired up to demonstrate it. Yeah, in here in the fetch data. Inject HTTP client. I see a raid in your future. Oh lordy. Oh lordy. Who could be raiding me? Who's on? I don't even know who's on. No, one of the other VS templates. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh yeah, okay. Interesting. Gosh darn it. I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow because then I could do stuff. Oh, James is going to raid me. Oh, that's going to be a first time raid from James. Just as I was beginning to think wrapping tonight's stream up. Because technically, even though this says an hour, it's actually been 3 with our little interlude. So does this actually go out? And it does. So this actually is going out and bringing back some JSON. Oh wow. We need to figure out what data you want to store. We do, yes, we do. We could do that. So how formal do we could just chat about it for now and then I could write it up. James! Hello, welcome to the stream. It's a first time stream for you. Yabba dabba doo indeed. Chris has gone crazy with the raid emotes. We have raid, heck, hype, Johnny 5bot. I really can't wait for my new emote. I think that bot is cool, but not cool enough. Agent Coda with the emotes. Took us track. So yeah, you're going to need child's data. So the child's going to be the child's name, the child's classroom, emergency contact information, the parent's name or allowed authorized people to collect, password. Holy moly, James, it's a raid of 34. Absolutely fantastic. What are we calling this project? I have no idea. Thank you so much for that raid. Absolutely awesome. Shall we have some foghorns just for the fun of it?
Flowids is now following.
Thank you for the follow, Flowids. I need more sound effects. Thank you. Welcome all. Welcome raiders. Thank you for joining the stream. And we had a strange situation tonight for the first time ever in my streaming experience that I've had the chat go down. So if you do an uptime, it says an hour, but it's actually been 3 because I stopped the stream and started it again to try and see whether that would fix it. We've had a very meandering, rambling. Yeah, it went down on you as well. Yeah, very crazy. Never happened before. Yep. Came back up after about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, half an hour. We've had a very, very rambling stream tonight. We started off not quite sure where to go with the stream. Then we ended up with .NET Core WinForms, which then took us into writing a app to manage childcare. Oh, he's on the way over there. He's gone to sleep, Chris. I'm waking him up. Come on, Vector, wake up. Has he died? There we go. He's alive again now. I don't know why he's started doing that. Yay! Do Vector hyphen joke and they'll tell a random joke. Courtesy of those jokes are. I should put a shout out in there, shouldn't I? Actually, those jokes are courtesy of the Michael Jolly and his dad jokes. He has a Git repo up for them, and I jumped in and pulled them all out. So yeah, go wild with the Vector bot. We were talking about what data we would need to store. So would it be? Do we think it would be a MySQL database or not? Has chat crashed again? Everyone's gone quiet on me. Sorry, what? Absolutely, Simon. That's a good idea. Yes. What do you want a database need data for? Chris, have you not been listening to the whole stream? I don't know. I'm talking about storing the data for the children / parents in this random app that we're going to write. So I was talking about, just sort of top of my head, thinking about. I just realised you get just a big image of my belly, which is not great. So let's just move things around. No one told me. It should be a bit better. So you've got a camera looking at a camera. Off and on, Mrs. came in for a chat. I don't know. How dare she? I'm only teasing, Chris. Don't worry. I'm only teasing. Just like you were last night. It's always a bit awkward when you get raided as you're just about to finish. Lol, lol. Lot of lols. It's expected. So I've used Entity Framework on it. Admittedly, it's been a while since I've used it, about a year or two ago. No, a bit more, about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But I've not used Entity Framework Core. I understand there's differences. I don't know whether those differences have been fixed between version 2 and version 3. Does anyone have experience with gator on switches? I'm going to say no straight away because I'm not even sure what they are. EF Core is easier. Really? Oh wow. I thought it didn't support things like Asian Coder agrees. It didn't support like many to many and stuff like that. You've been installing Dapper. What's Dapper? That's where I've heard of them before. I knew it. I recognised it, but I didn't know where from. I am tempted, if we're going to start talking about keyboards, it's another ORM, yeah. It does support many to many. Did I imagine that then? Or was it a case of it didn't support something? Okay. So, I'm tempted by this one. It lets you change the mechanicalness of the keyboard because it's a magnet, and you can tune through software. You can tune the touch and the feel of each key. It's coming out in a few days. There is a Linus Tech Tips video about it. Never gonna find this now, am I? I will. £200, Chris, is the price. 200 smackaroonies. Steel Series. What comes up for that? No, not that one. Magnus, that's the one.
You know, I think it's been about 5 years since...
There we go. Yeah, no, none of this stuff's cheap, is it? That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. A lot of money. That's less than I paid for my Razer Deathstalker Ultimate. How long ago was that though? Is that recent? I don't know how recent that keyboard is. Assuming it is a keyboard. What was I going to say? I've never had a mechanical keyboard, so I don't know what any of this is like. And I want one, but I just can't bring myself to pull the trigger on any because, well, I don't like it. Whereas this one shouldn't matter in theory. For that price, one could get it from the established brands. No, many years ago. Still working great. Typing on it now. Excellent. Yeah. So I don't know if this is any good or not. We do have a one without the keypad. That's a little less expensive. I'm guessing my first one as well. Just haven't decided which is exactly. Agent Coda. The Switch is really difficult to choose. There's not that many places you can go to try them. I've been to PC World of all places, and they have a few in there, but it's not great selection. So yeah, this is an interesting idea though, the OmniPoint Switch. Yeah, this is the one you went for. This is the one I missed out on, wasn't it, Chris? I wasn't quick enough. But the thing I'm not sure about is whether I can do it without a keypad. Although, that said, I did have the thought the other day, when I'm on a laptop, I don't use a keypad. And it doesn't bother me that much. So maybe it wouldn't bother me. You can still get it as pre-order, can you? Oh yeah, $69. See, this is the problem. Which key do you go for? To be honest, the keypad is not used that often. Yeah, I tend to, I don't know, put numbers in because it's numbered. What keys did you opt for, Chris? So the blue's more expensive. Yes, I did mean switches. You went for the blue. How much is $89 in good old British pound? $69.88. You know what? Is that worth a punt? Is that worth a punt? Why the blue? Why the blue indeed? Do you have an ETA on when it's going to get shipped, Chris? So you went for random potluck. By the sound of it. It's shipping this month. Do I wait till you get yours and see what you think of it? Or should I just order one? Hold up. Oh, so it's battery operated. Has this got a battery in it? Oh, good idea. Good idea for the stream. Yes, definitely do that, Chris. Definitely do that. That'd be cool. It does. Oh. So I could use that with my Surface Pro, couldn't I? $7.99 offer for the keycaps is a great offer. Keys, Windows layout, RGB. Can you control the RGB via software? Wow. Yeah, it's time for me to stop streaming. I can't speak. Oh, that's funky. You can connect to the devices, I believe, and because they exceeded their switch goals, will come with a keycap puller and a light switch keycap. Oh look, there's a GB price as well. Shipping schedule will start shipping in June. The time of delivery from Hong Kong to your shipping address depends on local delivery speed and customs clearance, which we cannot fully control. Delivery may be slower before due to peak season. Usually it takes 7 to 20 working days for you to receive the parcel. EU shipping for EU. Others will ship to one of the EU countries by bulk, distribute to your shipping country. However, due to customs policy of different countries, we cannot control it 100% without extra VAT. Oh, I see. So they're saying they'll have to charge more to control it more. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call this stream quits tonight now. Thank you all for the help. You're leaning towards the brown. I was thinking about brown. Thank you all for the help. Thank you all for the inspiration. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for joining me tonight. There is a Discord. If you so desire to join the Discord, there's the link. You can follow me on Twitter I am at our Geek UK. Is Twitter on here? I don't know. I can't remember. No, there's no Twitter link. There's the links. There you go. There they all are. So thanks for joining. Please do follow. Has he fell asleep again? I think he's fell asleep again, Chris. Oh, there we go. I will when we've got something to show for it. At the moment, we haven't got anything to show for it. Tonight's just been us exploring ideas, I think. So probably do that next week, or if I get a chance, I really want to try streaming more. It's just a bit hard sometimes to find the time. So maybe I'll get a streaming either Sunday night, tomorrow night, possibly. I hope. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. There might be a pop-up stream between now and Friday, but I'll try and have a think about what we want to do and how we want to build, and learn more about Blazor and how that works. But yeah, I think we do, Sam. We do have a project idea. So something good came out tonight's stream anyway. So we can concentrate on building this idea out, get the QR codes work, get the database and all that kind of good stuff working. Yeah, it's something to build, something to play around with, just for the experience, if anything. Okay, guys, I need another drink. It's 11:25 in the UK. Thank you so much for joining, and I will hopefully see you soon. Do we want to raid anyone? Is there anyone out there to raid? Who is on? Is anyone on? I'm trying to look. Fletcher Codes. He's writing a Twitch IRC library in Go. Lena. Who are we voting for? Lena or Fletcher? Start your bids now. Share the love and raid. I am. I'm trying to. I'm trying to share. I'm trying to raid. I am. I promise. Wow, it really screeching. She's the only one in your followers. So I've got Lena and I've got Fletcher Codes. These are from the live coders. Fletcher. 50-50. We need someone to. I'm gonna go with Fletcher because we always raid Lena. Right. So. I always forget how to do this. There he is. Smaller streamer needs help. Absolutely. Is he small? I thought he was quite big. Doesn't really matter, does it? But you're right. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Chris. I shall see you all soon. Have a great weekend, people. And yeah, thanks for joining.
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching.